Zowhn Stitches did not start as Zowhn Stitches. He actually started as Zowhn Inspiration. Then I was my third year in the university. I was excited about making clothes, making people look beautiful. Coming from the aspect that I used to model when I was much younger. Modeled for 12 years, and at one time I said, okay, I don't want to be the one on the light anymore. Let me dress the people up. So I started saying, okay, I would start something, a cloth line. Funny enough, I started with the men. I remember the first day I went to my account officer then in school, and I told him, Mr. Demola, please, I needed a loan. He said, how much interest? I said, 1% interest. And he had a good laugh, but like 1%, I said, yes. He said, okay, I'll do that for you. And he gave me my first 200,000. I went to Ghana, I bought some fabrics. And I didn't want to start with the ladies because I know that making things for ladies sometimes can be complicated. So I wanted to start with the men. They're less of trouble, and then they're straightforward. They either want a long sleeve or a short sleeve, a full dress or a short shirt. So I started with the men. I made a couple of, I think my first set was 50. We packed them in cellophane bags, and it was a good sale. After the first sale, I went to Ghana again. From 1 Ghana must go to 2 Ghana must go to 3. Then I said, okay, instead of me doing that, let me just open up a store and hire 1 or 2 tailors. It was a bit difficult in Jos because Jos is kind of, they're very contented in Jos, and coming from Abuja, you know, I wanted to give them Abuja style, I wanted to give them Josephine style, something different. I had a bit of challenges with getting clients that would want to pay for what I was offering. But at the end of the day, I had a few faithful clients that loved the idea that I dressed them up.
But I'm curious, why did you have to go to Ghana? Couldn't you have purchased those materials anywhere in Nigeria?
Yes, we do, but at that point I wanted to use Daviva, and there are few places you could get Daviva from 2006. Either you got them from Ghana, from Abidjan, or from Cotonou. They had, I think, a store in Lagos, but I wanted to get from the depot itself, so it would be a bit cheaper, knowing that I will still have to make it, then sell it. So I needed to get the best offers and just explore Ghana too, basically.
When you started at that micro level, what were the teething challenges?
First challenge I had was capital. Like I told you, I had to go and meet my account officer, who was a friend, to give me my first loan. The second challenge I had was being able to get very good skilled workers, because the first 2 tailors I had, Mr. Abe and Olamide had to come from Lagos, in fact, Badagry. Abe came from Abuja. Because they were strangers, total strangers in Jos, we had to give them a place to stay. So apart from paying them the salaries, I had to accommodate them. Their medicals was on me. And after a time, I don't know, everybody has their vision and plans. They started acting up. So I needed to start looking for an alternative. I had some faithful tailors around that could maybe run to and say, okay, can you help me do this? But because they're not directly under your payroll, you don't have control over them, you know? So those are my 2 basic challenges till date.
So can you tell us what sort of clothes do you design?
Zowhn Stitches is, just like you said, stitches. We do anything with garments, clothing. Zowhn Stitches is divided into 2. We have the bespoke, that's custom to fit. When you have clients come in, we take their measurements. They give us fabrics, or if they don't have fabrics, they tell us what kind of fabrics they want, and we provide it for them. And also Zowhn Stitches is into uniforms in general. We do school uniforms. We do uniforms for hotels, hospitals, the paramilitary, and also corporate uniforms.
And what's your background? Where did you learn this from?
It's a passion first. I remember growing up, when my mom would take us to our tailor's place, I would pick up all the pieces I can find, put them together for my doll baby. And I remember, I remember the day my dad asked me, so what are you going to go and study in university? I said, I want to be a fashion designer. I said, tailor, okay, tailor. I said, yes, Dad. He said, no, 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 you can't be a tailor. Read law, study French. I said, no, I don't want to do any of that. I wanted to be a tailor. I wanted to be able to dress myself up and dress others. So first and foremost, it came as a passion. Then I called a friend of mine that was in Lagos. Then she was an instructor in Noble Afrique at Lagos. I remembered several times I'd modeled for Noble Afrique in Nigerian fashion show. And I called him up and I said, oh, so I really wanted to come and learn this thing. Probably not being on the machine, but how to run the fashion industry in general. So he said, okay, how long do you have? I told him I had 3 months. He said 3 months is too short. I said, okay, I can do 6 months, but 3 months first, and later I'll do under 3 months. So I started with him. He taught me a bit of the rudiments of the fashion industry. A fantastic man. After the 3rd month, he told me, he said, Josephine, the amazing thing about you is that you have a passion for it. And I can see you grow to, he said, a captain of industry. Because I can see that you're not, you don't get offended, though sometimes you get overwhelmed, but because of the passion in it, you keep moving. And that's what he admired about me the most. And he said, that is what will keep you in the business. Because sometimes some people open these things, maybe one day they come and don't see their workers, or maybe they have disappointments, 1, 2, 3, they just come and say, okay, I want to close it down. But I didn't understand why he told me that, but over the years, I've been able to understand exactly what he meant. But what has kept me is the passion.